Hey everybody, welcome to Valentine TV. This is the last video of about Trump's health. But I ain't gonna say the last because it depends. But y'all, this now I found, and being Marcellus, I'm just gonna play a little bit, not a lot. And I speeded it up some also, okay? 'Cause I just want y'all to, sorry about that, y'all. I always do that. Why? But I just want y'all to see what I'm talking about. I just want y'all to see what I am talking about. All right, so here we go. I'm just gonna go. I just want y'all to pay attention to the pictures, okay? And also, I told y'all he was over there with Putin. They wasn't in Russia, but they was somewhere else, and there was a lot of them. They said the people was over there laughing at Trump. Yeah. All right, so let's see.
Heartfelt.
Dang, I went backwards. Sorry about that, y'all. I did that myself. The playback speed. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I'm so sorry. I apologize, y'all. I told y'all I went back to work trying to do them 12 hours. Them 36 hours beat me down. Beat me down. All right. I thought I hit that, right? Okay, let's see what it sound like.
Kidney disease, liver issues, dementia.
Okay. Now, excuse me for that beginning part, y'all. I apologize.
Heart failure, kidney disease, liver issues, dementia. We need to know the truth about what's actually going on with Donald Trump's health. On Thursday and Friday, no one in the press pool saw him. He was MIA. He basically disappeared. What the hell is going on here? Now, Caroline Levitt, Donald Trump's chief propagandist, says what's really going on here is CVI, chronic venous insufficiency, a condition where the veins in the legs struggle to pump blood back to the heart, causing fluid to pool and the legs to swell. By the way, CVI is a serious condition in and of itself, although Caroline Levitt downplays it and says, it's just a normal thing. And the reason why his hands are discolored the way they are.
All right, there we go. That's without the makeup and with the makeup. The makeup make it look worse than it. I mean, it's all bad, but I'm just saying. But he got to get that blood pumping, or yeah, y'all know what's y'all. I can't say it on YouTube, but y'all know.
Is he just shakes so many hands and that's the way it is. But the excessive fluid buildup, the discoloration reflects something far more serious. Is he also getting a lot of blood work that's being drawn? Is that one of the reasons we're seeing this discoloration?
No, because they would not draw blood from the same spot. I know that.
I'm not a medical professional. I'm a lawyer. I speak to medical professionals. I can use common sense when we see certain things. But let's just take a look at what we can observe. You can see the makeup that he's putting over his hand. You can see what it looks like without the makeup. And the makeup makes it look more terrible, in my opinion. You have Donald Trump just dropping things all over. He can't coordinate. He zigzags. He's dragging.
Y'all watch the lie that Donald Trump told us. I wonder how many times, every time he said, look, this is signing, it opens the book and you see his turn John Hancock, right? With his signature, right? Then okay, now he's sick, so he didn't drop the papers. It was all blank sheets of paper.
His leg. Here we've got this video of him dragging his leg as he was walking in the past few weeks. When he was in Alaska with Putin, he couldn't walk in a straight line and he was zigzagging back and forth. Here he was with Prime Minister Keir Starmer, where he couldn't hold the paper when he said that this was the deal between the United States and the UK. He thought the UK was Europe, and then he dropped the papers on the floor, revealing that the papers actually weren't a deal, but were mostly blank pieces of paper. Here, just play this clip right here.
The UK, and we just signed a document. This is sorry about that. This is it. A very important document. Little windy out here. Give me that.
See? So imagine how many times the presidents and other people have done it, not just Trump. He just dropped the paper and we got to see it. That it was all blank sheets of paper. All he did was sign a book, a cover. I mean, all of them probably do it. Now I don't believe none of them.
We just signed it and it's done. And so we have our trade agreement with the European Union, and it's a fair deal for both.
And again, more views of his hands. You see those ankles right there.
Look at him, y'all. And that's sitting there at the desk. That's why he's always sitting now. Yeah. But if he don't get that blood to flowing and pumping to that heart, well, I know as being in medical that what's gonna happen, right? But man, you better
swelling, the fluid buildup right there. Really, really bad stuff. You can see the discoloration also in his face. You can see the purple U in his lips. Is this a lack of oxygen in his blood?
Yep, lack of oxygen.
You can see the gray tone, the puffy eyes, fluid retention, more indicia of some of those other things that I was, again, speculating on. He has bruises on the back of his hands. Is this serious cardiovascular issues? We deserve to know. Now, J.D. Vance, who lies about everything, said that he thought Donald Trump was in very...
Ooh, y'all, watch this. Listen to this. Vance saw the Pope that passed away. He saw Hulk Hogan that passed away. Each time, ooh, just watch. And I believe it.
good shape in an interview he gave with USA Today, but he said that he's prepared to step in if a terrible tragedy happens to Donald Trump. Play this clip.
If God forbid there's a terrible tragedy, I can't think of better on-the-job training than what I've gotten over the last 200 days.
Now, we saw what happened when J.D. Vance met the prior Pope. We saw what happened when J.D. Vance met Hulk Hogan. Here's the headline from The Independent. Vance says he's prepared to be president if, God forbid, a terrible tragedy happens to Donald Trump. Our friends at the MEIDASTOUCH podcast from the I Had It podcast, Jennifer Welch, was on CNN, and she raised this issue. You'll see how all the MAGA people on there were like, oh, what are you talking about? And you'll see how Fox dealt with it. But you can see that Fox, I think, is also very concerned. You can tell when they're projecting. Here was Jennifer Welch on Fox. Let's play this clip.
Up cops on January 6th. Meanwhile, this guy, this should be the lead story, is clearly suffering from massive mental decline. He is out of his mind with all of the show and tell procedures that go on in the Oval Office. 2 days ago, he gave 3 press conferences in a row. And if you don't think he has dementia, let's just discuss the time that when he was on the campaign trail, that he tried to perform oral sex on a microphone. If Joe Biden did this,
I hope
I don't
what
think there
Democrats
would
do
be
next
an
year.
ER.
If this is the Democratic strategy, congratulations, America. You've already reelected Republican majorities as far as the eye can see.
Yeah, because Trump's approval is
Listen
in
to-
the low
listen to
30s.
this.
It's in
Listen
the
to
low
this.
30s right
Listen to
now.
this.
Coming up next for us.
Now, there were other signs
Okay, let's hear
as
this.
well. Donald Trump, on a number of occasions recently, hasn't realized that the person he's talking about is either directly in front of him or standing right by their side. So here Donald Trump talks about, here's an individual right next to me. He goes, I'm looking for rather a congressman who co-sponsored this bill. And the congressman's right next to him, and Trump fails to recognize that. Play this clip.
Thrilled to be joined by the bill's sponsor, Congressman Derek Van Orden. Where's Derek? Derek, hello, Derek. I didn't see you back there.
Welcome to ABC. Let's back up.
That's you. And Mike, how are you, Mike?
Mr. President.
These two gentlemen are terrific. They are working together, and they've been working together, Mike, a long time on this. So I just want to thank you both, and I'll ask you to say a couple of words.
Then in another moment, Donald Trump was seated right across from the president of Finland, President Stubb. And Donald Trump's like, where's Stubb? He's like literally right in front of you. Here, play this clip.
President Stubb of Finland, and he's somebody that, where are we here? Huh? Where? Oh, you look better than I've ever seen you look.
Yo, I'm gonna stop it right there because But anyway, do y'all see what I mean? There is something wrong with Trump. They just keeping it going. Like they talk that junk about Biden. They're older. They keep getting the older men in there. And man, y'all see what I mean about this. Y'all, please leave your comments. Please be nice. You know, I'm not talking about one or the other. Joe Biden got up out of there. They got him up out of there when he started showing these kind of signs. Not as bad as this though, but still bad enough. You know, forgetting stuff and just tripping. And then now look, Trump tripping. Cause they up in age. They need to be relaxing somewhere, chilling, and let the young people take care of the world. You know, man. But I just want y'all to see some more because I told y'all Trump was missing. Shoot. And anyway, y'all, as you come in, please subscribe to Valentine TV and go over to the MEIDASTOUCH and hey, he got some great stuff over there. And thank y'all. I'll talk to y'all later, okay? All right. Bye y'all.